I brought my beer with me because I'm in a little bit of trouble. Because I think Patricia just, that was my 6 minutes of what I was going to talk about. So we are definitely in a bit of trouble. Thank you, Patricia, Neil, and Mary, and General Counsel for your wonderful words. Today, I usually get choked up when I talk about home in Ireland, so bear with me. I think I saw Jim in one of his videos also choke up. Tonight is really about our community and heritage. And bear with me for 3 or 4 minutes. I'll just give you a quick snapshot of my story. And I won't go through my resume and all the jobs and all the things that you do and all the titles that you have along the way, because there's a lot of big titles in the room. But I think General Counsel said it the best when he said it's all about the people. And if you look around your tables and look at the people sitting next to you, my husband Glenn is here, John, I see John Doolan and all his family and people from Iona and Eric from Heineken. Just look, take a moment and just look at the people sitting next to you and what and who they represent. And how special that is to be in the company of these wonderful, wonderful people. I'm from a small town in the west of Ireland of 10,000 people. See, now I get emotional. I'm the youngest child of Una and Seamus Timoney. And they're up there looking down going, how in God's name did this happen? Because I was a bit it's true. I'm the youngest child. I was a little bit stubborn, and probably because I was the youngest child, they let me do whatever the hell I wanted to do. And at 13, an unbelievable man moved to our town, and unfortunately, he worked for Guinness. And he got transferred to our town, and he was like draft service technician. His name is Danny Thompson. And if that man had not moved to Ballina, County Mayo, I would not be standing here today. He started Ballina Pacers. Helen and I were talking about basketball. And he was such a pure believer in the fundamentals of the game. And let it be known that we had an outdoor court. There was puddles, there was ruts, rain, no net, and like a backboard that was made of metal. But we didn't know any different. So we just went out there for the love of the game, and we played. And we learned about teamwork. We learned about the roles and responsibilities that you have to do in a team game. And I was horrible, actually. I mean, when I tell you horrible, I was playing defense on defense and defense on offense, and that did change. Because I never met a shot I didn't like, as some of you know. But he set us up, and after a couple of years, I made the Irish team, which was a big, big deal. And at one point, a little bit on media, I was in the national newspapers from my little town. And I was starting to feel my oats and feeling like, hey, I'm doing pretty good here, And my mother said, hey, paper does not refuse ink. And immediately, you think about those lessons in life. And I was like, shit, okay. Cut a long story short, community is very important. And I came from my family and my lovely, lovely town of 10,000 people. And I became an Iona Gael. They took a chance on me to join their basketball team. So I went from Ballina to New York, where the cars are as big as bars. I think that's a song, right? So they have cars big as bars. They have rivers of gold. Well, I ended up at Iona, and I was drowning in loneliness. I was so homesick as the youngest child from a small town, small family. And Iona College, which is now Iona University, put its arms around me and embraced me. And without Iona, I also would not be where I am today, and the friends I've made along the way. So the theme of how important community is and family is a real theme through my life. And I love Iona. I got my BA and MBA and all the other stuff there. But what I really got from Iona was friends for life, and a foundation that I will never, ever forget. And then I joined Heineken. Unfortunately, not many of you are drinking Heineken tonight, but we'll talk about that over dessert over there. And it's the same theme. Heineken is majority family owned on the Dutch Stock Exchange. I've had the privilege to work in the US, I think Patricia said it, in Canada, in Ireland, in Amsterdam, and also traveled to countries like Kazakhstan, Brazil, I was in Poland, Dubai, and everywhere I went in the world to work on projects for Heineken or live in those countries, the culture of Heineken is the same. And it's so important that community and culture are so interlinked and so important in terms of how well we do our jobs, but how important it is for the single individual and the team. So I've stayed at Heineken over 20 years. It's actually over 25. It really is 27, but I'm trying to, I'm trying to roll back the years. I'm so thankful to be here tonight. When I think about the Irish America community, it really is a unique blend of strength. It's a powerful blend of resilience, of faith, of pride, of humor. In Irish America, we may have two homes, but we do have one green, bleeding heart. So close your eyes for a minute and think of those who have come before you. And please, everyone, close your eyes and think of those that have shaped you into who you are today. The Connies, the Seamuses, the Unas, the Kathleens, the Marys, all those people in your family who went before you and allowed you to be who you are. And let's open our eyes and let's raise a glass to those people, particularly at this season, who gave up so much for us, who shaped us into who we are today. And we say, Sláinte. Thank you so very much.